welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star, and today I just want to talk about and introduce a new series I'll be doing on this channel called Unpopular Reseller Opinions. So what I want to do with this series is tackle the tough subjects and talk about the conversations and subjects people usually avoid talking about, or if they do, they get into heated debates. There are definitely certain topics, business practices, and ways of doing things in the reselling world that have two camps set up. Some of the best examples I can think of are free shipping versus charged. Do you do free returns or not? Do you ship in recycled food boxes or not? The delisting and relisting. So there are definitely a lot of topics out there in our community that have the two camps set up on either side. And these are the things, the hard hitting subjects that I want to talk about on this channel and give you guys what are usually unpopular opinions. I have discovered recently that a lot of the ways that Keith and I do things or think are vastly different from other people and really do fall under the unpopular opinions as far as answering messages and taking measurements, all of these things. So I want to tackle these topics, but I want to do it in a way that is going to be educational and teaching. I'm not just coming on here to start drama or to throw shade or do clickbait or big thumbnails with exploding kittens and getting people in here just for the views. I want to tackle these in a way that makes sense so that we can talk about it and see both sides of it and then kind of decide from there what's best for us. Because honestly, and actually, at the end of the day, there is really no one right way to do things. I mean, obviously, there's some things, yes, like you should be listing every day. You should be active. You should be thrifting and working. You shouldn't be laying around watching Oprah. But, you know, as far as best business practices and do you do delist and relist or do you have free shipping or not, things like that, I don't really know that there's a right way or a wrong way because a lot of the things that work for some people don't work for other people. And I think that's why I have come to discover that some of the things Keith and I do, these are unpopular opinions, but these are things that have been tried, true, and tested and work for our business and have since 2017. So even though it's not like the popular view or the common best practices, if it's working for you, and your business is thriving and you're making money, good for you. But if what you're doing isn't working, maybe it's time to experiment and try something new, thinking outside of the box, being ready for change, getting outside of your comfort zone. All of those things are super important if what you're doing isn't working. If it's working for you, good for you. We all have to find what works for us and do that for our business. And it doesn't have to look like anybody else. We don't all have to have cookie cutter businesses. That is the beautiful part of being your own business owner. You find what works for you and you do it. But I want to talk about the different sides of all of these subjects so that if something isn't working, maybe hearing the other side of it might have something click and you might be willing to try something new. And then you're more successful and you're making more money. And that's what we all want, right? So what I want to do in these videos is talk about the best business practices or what's considered best business practices, the theories, the myths, and all of that. What we actually do, because a lot of times what Keith and I do aren't best business practices as far as most folks are concerned, or even what I would advise folks to do isn't what I do. So I want to talk about the best business practices, what we actually do, but why? What's the why behind why me and Keith do it? I want to give you our reasons. And then I want to talk about what other people do and just kind of have it all out there. So I want to take suggestions. I do have a small list of ideas already of some of the more common unpopular opinions or, ideas that draw that line in the sand between two camps of resellers. But I want to take suggestions too. So if there's any of these topics you want me to talk about, if you've seen them discussed in Facebook groups. Recently, there was a thread in our group about answering messages and taking extra measurements for people. If you're not in my group, you should be. It's called Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. So that's one of my ideas. But if you can think of anything you want me to cover in this series that is something you know has like two sides, definitely, let me know. So there's going to be 4 ways that you can make your suggestions, and I will take all of them to heart and make videos. You can comment down below and tell me your idea. When this video goes live, I will put the video link in the featured section in the top of our Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod Facebook group, and you can go in the comments there. I will put the post on Instagram that a new video came out that I always put out, and you can comment on that. And then if you don't want to make a comment on the Instagram, Facebook post, or here on this video, and you want to remain anonymous, like you don't want to put your name out there, that is cool too. So when this video drops, I'll also create a story on Instagram letting you guys know, hey, this video just dropped, and it will have a poll on it that you will be able to put your suggestions. And then I will make that story a highlight on my Instagram so it won't go away after 24 hours. You'll still be able to come in and leave your comments. You can also direct message me on Instagram. That's cool too. I wouldn't suggest direct messaging me on Facebook because if we're not friends, the message goes to that never land that no one ever sees. So if you want to direct message me, do it on Instagram. It will notify me. So let me hear, what do you want me to cover in this new series called Unpopular Reseller Opinions? And I will promise to be as neutral as I can in explaining both sides, what's considered best, what I do, and the opposite of what I do. And then maybe we can all learn something and talk about things that people, I think these are things that people either try to avoid or they just get into such heated arguments and discussions about this that they can't see each other's side. And that's what I want to do. Instead of us just all yelling at each other, we should save the earth and recycle, but that looks unprofessional and gross. Maybe we can all just hear both sides of something and at least find some kind of understanding at the very least, and at the most, maybe learn something. So again, anything, any topic you want covered in this series, leave a comment down here below or on the Instagram or Facebook post about this video, and I'll have a story where you can do it anonymously or you can message me. I'm looking forward to this series. You guys have no idea. And if you have any guests you want to see on here, let me know, because, just like a lot of people don't like bread and butter, and I just had Trish and Diane on talking about that, I can have people on to talk about this too. So let me know. Excited. I can't wait to get this series started. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up before you leave, guys. Subscribe, leave comments, join the Facebook group, go be productive, go make money, go do all those wonderful reseller things, and stick to your own unpopular opinions if it's what's working for you in your business. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Y'all are the best. Bye.